Professor Ratnayake, in terms of taking Professor Gunasekara's challenge also, STEAM, not STEM, right?
Yeah.
Teacher enrollment, teacher training, and equal distribution of these resources, STEM and STEAM teachers across. What are the challenges there, and how do you see the way out? Because, you know, simply, as you say, doing quotas, and still science has quotas, doing that is not the solution. How do we grasp the nettle of the problem and look for, say, equity or over 5 years or 10 years?
It would be nice to get Lakshman's response on whether you see a difference in the STEM students who come out into employment and the arts and the humanities and the law. Do you see that, you know, in the private sector, in employment, etc., difference? Because then that points to the real deprivation. In addition to the learning loss, there's a huge issue of a gap. Is there something there?
I think in the public service does not matter very much, but still there's an increase in trend in the administrative service, Sri Lanka administrative service, and also in the Sri Lanka planning service. More and more science-based, even engineers, go and do these exams, and large number of IT degree holders are passing these SLAs, planning service exams.
SLAs also, education service also?
I'm not sure about education. I know these two areas. Because, I don't know the reason, because that is, they are geared to pass these exams. Maybe they had more tuition or more, I don't know the real reason, but recently I went to the passport office and met an official, and I asked, you are from which service? He said, I am from SLAs. Then I asked, where did you study? She said, I studied at Calney University in the science faculty. So I have come across many people in the immigration at the airport, when they see my passport, they also ask the same questions, where did you teach and so on. So there is some issue, maybe because of the, I think mostly because they don't have, the people who are in the arts, humanities and law, they don't have access to information, and because they are either studied in Sinhala or in Tamil. So they cannot access foreign books, journals, literature and so on. So their knowledge is highly restricted because of the language problem. But I don't think this issue is there in developed countries. If you go to fair amount of experience in England, all the CEOs, or not all, majority of the CEOs in companies and banks, they have done humanities degrees, famous degrees called PPE, philosophy, policy, social politics and economics. That's the most popular course in the country, in UK. So that belongs to arts faculty or humanities faculty. And as you said, in Harvard University, science and humanities is combined faculty. So we have just started this experiment at SLIT. We have faculty of humanities and sciences, where students interact, staff interact. It's a very nice way of having an interaction. I hope universities also think about this. You know, this is another problem we have in Sri Lankan public universities. They are work in silos. When we were small universities, I think that interaction was there, especially in places like Peradeniya, because it's a residential, it was a highly residential university with high quality education and so on. So whether students belong to medical faculty, engineering faculty or arts faculty, it didn't matter, because they were interacting very well in hostels, in the playground, the gym, or in they call it Wala, where they show drama and so on. Yeah.
In terms of the training and the of teachers and
yeah, of course, that is another issue, no? That we, for example, if you take any discipline, even in STEM, we started a top-up program for nurses with a UK university. They are very happy with our quality of graduates, diploma holders from nursing schools. But when he came there to study in English, they were struggling because the nursing programs are done in Sinhala or in Tamil. But they went to the hospitals and saw them working with doctors. They were highly impressed, so they felt very sorry about our nurses. And they said that if you can teach English to these nurses, they will be able to get a job anywhere in the world. The only difficulty is their communication in English. So that's how I think we have to put a lot of effort to improve English skills among all the graduates, including science and engineering and medical faculty graduates, because now large numbers enter. I was in the postgraduate of medicine board. Lot of doctors who have passed exam, postgraduate exams, were struggling to get foreign training, which is compulsory, because they are failing in IELTS exam. In fact, we asked the director to conduct English programs for these MD holders, doctor of medicine holders, because the standard of English has dropped down, which is a very unfortunate thing. I think we have to make an extra effort to provide better communication skills in English. And I have not seen a graduate, whether it's arts or management or engineering, who is jobless if their English is good. That is the truth.